Hey guys, good morning. It is Saturday, the 27th of June. I'm just checking something there. But yeah, it's the 27th of June, 2020. It is about 6:52 in the morning. We had plenty of rest and everything, so I wanted to come on here and say double check something. Okay. Just double checking something there. I wanted to come on here and, of course, as you can tell by the title, if not you could tell by the video here, it is package opening time, and it's not just one but two packages from Frank Hill. This is one of the biggest package openings that I'm going to be doing in quite some time. I think I did one not that long ago. I think about several months ago or something like that. Not including the ones I already did from Frank, but there was, I think, another one I did from him not that long ago as well that involved a lot of the I think the Disney a lot of Disney stuff, Disney magazines, comics, Sonic stuff, Sonic stuff and everything. And you do have to apologize. And I'm not sorry. What I'm saying is I do have to apologize. Like I said, it's around 6:55 in the morning, and I just woke up. Had to, go into the kitchen and pour me some cafe mocha, Starbucks cafe mocha. To try to wake up instead of, turning on the coffee machine and making a lot of noise. But yeah, anyway, Frank Hill, it's Frank, like I said, sent me some packages, and as I was saying, the last time I had a lot of packages to open, from him while living here in Newman. It was like back with the Sonic comics and, magazines and, the MLP pins dispensers, stuff like that. He did send me, of course, the 4K Blu-ray of Sonic the movie. So that was nice of him. I will say this, I'm in the process of watching it. Bit of spoilers. I'm at the part where basically they had to call in Robotnik, Eggman, played by Jim Carrey. And again, we're at the part where basically Eggman's telling the sergeant, watch my machines do what your men can't do, or something like that. So we're up at that part. So yeah, I'm in the process of watching it. But anyway, like I said, that was getting the Sonic movie was the last package opening that I got from him until now. This is actually two of them. Making sure and everything. It's actually two of them. So with that said, I don't think you can really see anything here. So with that said, though, let's open these things up and see what Frank Hill sent me today, shall we? Let me check something. Just checking something, folks. Hold on. Okay, alright, just checking something. I'm using the GoPro here, so hopefully this helps out a little bit. Hopefully, like I said, this helps out. But anyway, like I said, let's see what Frank Hill sent my way this time. Anything, so let's check that out. These packages actually came yesterday. He sent me the tracking number on Wednesday, and they came today. So that was kind of quick. I was kind of surprised. I thought, oh, you know, they estimate Monday, but they came yesterday. So I guess some of the good news out of this whole pandemic deal is the mail is starting to kind of pick back up a little bit. But anyway, let's open this baby up here. There we go. There's my dog. She just woke up too. So she's gonna go back to sleep in a little bit. So this is the first of the two packages. Let's see what's in here. The one thing that Frank Hill obviously likes to do with people like me and Zaranyzerak and Patrick Butler and others like Stoutman and Skinslip, and others that he sends packages to, is he likes to message us and ask questions about what do we have, what we don't have, stuff like that, so he can get an idea of what to send us, which I will agree is a good idea. That way, you know, when you're sending a package to somebody, you're not sending them something that they probably already have. So, let's see what's in this first one. Whoa, a lot of movies and some stuff. So, let's take a look at the stuff here. Here we have a Ralph Breaks the Internet toy. Oh, it's a racing toy. It's pretty cool, and this is from, always looks like from McDonald's. It's pretty cool. What else do we have here? We have another pen dispenser. It's Fred from Scooby-Doo. I'm just making sure you guys can see that. Got Fred from Scooby-Doo. Next up we have Velma from Scooby-Doo. Again, making sure you guys can see that. Yeah, making sure you guys can see that. We got Velma from Scooby-Doo. Again, I do apologize if I sound a little tired, like I said, I just woke up. Actually tried drinking, and they were pretty good. Drank a big, tall, 16-ounce Bud Light Seltzer strawberry flavor last night, and then to follow that up, I drank a 12-ounce Bud Light Seltzer Mango, which is pretty good. And so here we have Shaggy. Here's Shaggy. So, that's cool. And if I'm right, yep, we have Daphne. So that's pretty cool. We have Daphne. And just to let you guys know, I did digitally, not physically, but digitally did buy Scoob on digital. Basically, okay, what I'm trying to say is the day in the week, mostly the day that they released Scoob onto digital, I bought it through my cable company, so I do have Scoob digitally via Comcast/Xfinity, which I can also watch through my Vudu account and my Amazon account and stuff like that. So, and oh, by the way, as of yesterday, Scoob is also now on HBO Max, which I guess accounts for something. Okay, so what else do we have in here? We have... It's not been opened yet, so... Oh, it's like a little Funko figure. It's a vinyl mini... Oh, yeah, it is a little Funko figure. It's a vinyl minifigure as well, so pretty cool. Don't know what it is. Let me see if we can figure that out. Yeah, it's a little vinyl minifigure. What these are basically, and I've gotten them before, as a matter of fact, if you can see that, I don't know if you can really see it. But right there, a lot of those mini Funko figures of the MLP characters, some of them I got the same way. And this here, this mystery boxes, some of those tiny figures as well, is the same way. Basically, it's always a surprise about what you're going to get as well. So, who did we get here? Let's see. It is... I don't think Frank knows what it... Oh. It is Sonic, and he comes with a little ring, which is pretty cool. So how about that? That's a little Sonic with a ring there. Again, I don't think Frank Hill knew what it was when he bought it, but now he does. Thank you, Frank, for that. Put that back in here. Let me see. Yeah, it's this one. So I'm assuming all of them probably come with a ring, or they come with something that, you know, represents them, or something like that. Okay, next up we have this one. It's a Smurfs vinyl mystery figure, and this is kind of what I'm talking about when it comes to these things, because basically this is how you would find them. And this one is got a little rabbit, green rabbit. And it is... Oh. Trying to think of his name. Hefty Smurf, I think. Yeah, Hefty. Hefty was the... Oh, is the tough guy out of the, Smurfs. So, that's pretty cool. We get Hefty. Again, let's see if you guys can see that, but yeah, it's Hefty. Then we ended up with, like, say, you know, here we got a little rabbit right there. And then, of course, we got Hefty as well. He's kind of, like I said, he's kind of the tough guy of the group. So, again, you know, pretty cool. And I think that's about it for the small supplies. So let's see what movies or DVDs he sent. First one is Tex Avery, The Wacky World of Tex Avery, Volume 1. This was actually a series that came out in the mid-90s that was kind of Ren and Stimpy-like, but tried to build off of the success of Tex Avery with the wacky styles and antics and all that. That was pretty cool. Here we have What a Mess, Christmas Mess. This was, I think this was, yeah, this is Dick Entertainment. And it's not just the Christmas episode, it's got some other ones as well, like Trash's Wonderful Life, Santa What a Mess, the Thanksgiving Turkey, Snowbound, All Around the Mulberry Bush, It's Raining Cats and Dogs at the Movies. Plus we have Her Majesty's Prince What a Mess, Ultimate What a Mess, and the hydrant. Oh, what a mess. So, I'm assuming it's a mixture of just not the Deke and animation one, which was good. The Deke animation one, which was good. But also the classic one from the early 80s, early to mid 80s from, over in England. And the one thing I will say about the new one that came out in the mid 90s, mid to late 90s, is unlike the original one back when it came out, we would only see the mom, by the feet. We never saw her fully. That's the one thing about some of these reboots back in the 90s, even today, that you're able to finally, get to do. You're finally able to see characters that you only identified by, the legs and all that. Now you can see them fully, like, what they would look like. And let's just say if the term waifu was as popular as it is today, What a Mess's mom would be in that category. So, yeah, we have the What a Mess, Christmas Mess, and Takes Avery. Next up, we have the Brave Little Toaster, which is pretty cool, classic. Thank you for that one. Here we have, Mr. T. Now, this I do remember back as a kid. I'm kind of surprised that Linkara hasn't had somebody Patreon him for this series to talk about it, because he's a huge Mr. T fan. One of the things he likes to joke about when he does a review of the Mr. T comics is a Mr. T trading card. So I'm kind of surprised Linkara hasn't talked about this series yet, or hasn't had anybody Patreon him about it. I would do it myself, but I don't know how much a Patreon review for him is going to be. I know that for Brian Zane and others, it's like $10, $20, something like that. I don't know what it is for Linkara. Next up, we have Cougar. Looks like it's let's see. It's a family film. It's Cougar. That's pretty cool. All right, so I think I've heard of it. It's just I haven't seen it in a while, so I have to look into that. Yeah, Cougar. Some of these nowadays, I'll be honest with you, you could probably find on Blu-ray, because I know, and Frank, you probably know this just as well by watching some of Zaranyzerak's recent videos. You know that Zaranyzerak has been getting a lot of the new horror stuff on Blu-ray over the past several months, and most of it's been like Hammer movies and all that you wouldn't expect to be on the Blu-ray, but yet here they are. So here we have The Secret World of Og, or Og. Yeah, I think I've heard of this one. Just haven't seen it in a while. Some of these were actually, let's make sure you guys can see that. Some of these were actually, I think, shown as part of the Saturday Superstar movie back in the 70s and 80s. So to see them on DVD is pretty cool. Here we have the Cabbage Patch Kids' First Christmas and the Little Troll Prince. A Christmas... what is it? A Christmas Parable. Cabbage Patch Kids I do know of because, like with any toy back in the 80s, if it was popular, it warranted a show to sell the toys even more, and that's what this did. And I do remember me and my sisters would watch it as kids, so that was pretty cool. Next up, we have the Smurfs holiday celebration. Obviously, it's a collection of the several Smurf specials that they had. I know the more recent one they had back in the I believe it was the late 80s, early to mid, basically the last holiday / Christmas special they had was aired in the late 80s to early to mid 90s, mostly late 80s to mid 90s, was the night That was the Smurfy night before Christmas or something like that. And I think it might be on here. So, yeah, I'm just making sure you can see it. And you can watch this. And obviously, good thing just has a reflection on the front of it. So, yeah, you guys can obviously see this. So, yeah. Got the Smurfs Holiday Collection. And hold on for a second. Just take time here. 7:14, 7:13. So anyway, back on topic here. We have Yogi the Easter Bear. This was one of the last of Yogi Bear specials they did on television, mostly cable and syndication. I'm surprised they didn't have Cindy in here because pretty much by now they had done Invasion of the Space Bears. And Cindy was part of that, a major part. So I'm surprised they didn't make a part of this. So yeah, I'm kind of surprised by that. Next up, we have Yogi's Christmas Caper. Okay, so this came out about a few years after First Christmas. And it was more of the traditional all-star Christmas stuff that we've been known to see. So we also get Yogi's birthday party on there, which was the series finale to the Yogi Bear series back in the early 60s. So pretty cool. But like I said, this was the second Christmas one that they did outside of First Christmas, which is cool. So next up we have, well, speaking of the Space Bears, there you go, Yogi and the Invasion of the Space Bears. And one thing I want you to notice, it says Archive Collection. This is one of those MOD titles, movie on demand titles, that they would release. And you can kind of see it by the cover. And if not more, you can see it by the back. It's all purple. MODs, in case you guys don't know, are, like I said, a movies on demand that, you know, normally you would think, okay, you know, Warner Brothers, they want to make some money, especially doing something like this, a situation like this right now, that they will release these for retail to sell. But obviously they feel like, hey, it's better if we just sell them directly from us. So that way, you know, if people want to see them, you know, we'll still make money and we can make them right off the fly. So yeah, there you go. So we have Yogi and the Invasion of the Space Bears. Pretty cool. We have Yogi and the Magical Flight of the Spruce Goose. This was another good one. This to me, which is, okay, this to me kind of like set the standard when it came to the all-star movies with Yogi and Huckleberry and Snagglepuss. This kind of, along with First Christmas, set the standard basically of you never knew who you were going to see in this one. This one actually, I don't think it was this one, but this one kind of gave you an idea that they do have an arch nemesis, and it was Dick Dastardly. I think this was the first time Dick Dastardly, I think it was Dick Dastardly, I'm not really sure, it might have been the Dread Baron, one of them, was pretty much established as the main antagonist of the series. Well, that and Yogi's treasure hunt basically solidified that he was basically the main antagonist of the series. So pretty cool. But yeah, this was actually one of the better ones that the Hanna-Barbera Superstar 10 series put out. Okay, so next up, speaking of Yogi movies, this was another one. If I was to compare the two, I'd say this one was a little bit better than this, but this was still another one. What's unique about it is we get to see like doppelgangers, evil doppelgangers of Yogi and Boo Boo. And what's also interesting is, again, it's another all-star thing. And instead of them all meeting up, you see Yogi and Boo Boo and these little cub characters they are taking care of, trying to help out. you see them encountering all the Hanna-Barbera characters from a Snagglepuss to a Wally Gator and stuff. So pretty cool. And I like the fact that one thing I'll say about the Wally Gator appearance is it does have continuity. It does tie into his cartoons, because when Ranger Smith hears about, oh, Wally Gator's in the same vicinity or in the same area, he's like, ooh, I can get like double the reward if I get him, you know, because him and Yogi both basically at the time was, you know, basically in this movie have the same kind of reputation of trying to escape the authority figures that are trying to keep them under lock and key. But yeah, pretty cool. It's pretty cool there. Just put that to the side. Next up we have, oh, speaking of the first Christmas, here it is, Yogi's first Christmas. And I think this was one of the first ones that they did, because this girl here, this young girl character, shows up in here, not here. She shows up in here. My assumption is this is supposed to be Snively, the rich brat kid of Mrs. Throckmorton. But this here is a primetime classic, and I remember when it came out, and I was only like 1 when it came out, but I remember when they would repeat it. As a kid, I would try watching it. Basically in the 90s, I would try rewatching it, because it was one of the first Christmas direct-to-video Christmas specials, or direct-to-video Christmas movies that they did. And you can tell that this was at a time when Christmas specials or holiday specials of any kind were established differently by their animation. And you could tell that the animation style was kind of like very sketchy. It was Hanna-Barbera-like. It was still Hanna-Barbera, but it's like the sketchy Hanna-Barbera. And also I like the fact that when it came to Yogi, Boo Boo, and Cindy, this was actually one of the first ones since Laugh Olympics where we saw Cindy alongside the likes of Huckleberry and Snagglepuss and all that. Basically, with Yogi, Boo Boo, and Cindy, what I like about it is since it takes place around Christmas time, it does play into the fact that bears in real life have to sleep. So I like the constant plot of them always sleeping and, you know, trying to stay awake and everything. And Cindy, I do like her design because it is still Cindy, but I like how they also give her a touch of, what's the word I'm looking for? I like how, you know, with Cindy, they emphasize, or they give a little bit of a touch of hair coloring, fur coloring, and changing during the winter. Because certain animals, like bears, have the fur in certain areas change color. So I like the fact, and my finger just hit the camera there, I do apologize. But I do like the fact that they kind of showcase that Cindy has her fur, or at least bits of it, changing a different color while she was trying to hibernate. Like with the upper tip of her hair, you know, being white, and the rest of her color being beige, being her traditional beige brown coloring. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, we have Yogi's First Christmas, pretty nice. Here we have Pinky and the Brain Volume 1. Pinky and the Brain Volume 1, which is pretty cool. Pinky and the Brain, of course, was so popular that they were warranted their own spin-off series, which then gave way to a spin-off series called Pinky, Brain, and Elmira. Excuse me there. But yeah, Pinky and the Brain, Volume 1. And they are supposed to be a central part, or at least their shorts are supposed to be a central part of the new Animaniacs coming this year. And just to let people know, in my opinion, it's not just going to be the Warner siblings and Pinky and the Brain. I think you're going to get Slappy, you're going to get Slappy and Skippy, you're going to get Rita and Runt, you're going to get the Good Feathers, and you're going to get Minerva Mink. You can't do, and Hello Nurse and all them, and Kitty Kaboom. I mean, you can't do a Animaniacs renewal or Animaniacs reboot, soft continuation, soft reboot, whatever you want to call it, without those characters. Okay, so next up we have the Smurfs, the first season. So this is the complete series, complete first season. Doesn't say nothing about volumes. 21 volumes, 3 discs, pretty cool. Yeah, the Smurfs, they ran for a long time. I'm kind of surprised that Warner Brothers hasn't taken advantage of that. You know, since they own the licensing to the series, their series. Surprised they haven't taken advantage of the licensing and said, let's put out the complete series and make some money there. But yeah, we have Smurfs, the complete series. Oh, the discs are gone. I think, Frank, you forgot the disc. That's kind of a surprise. Oh, maybe they're somewhere else. But Frank, I think you forgot the disc. It's here, dude. Because the disc ain't here. That's okay. Don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it. We'll take care of that. But yeah, the discs are missing. So yeah, we have. Well, we would have the. You know, we have the case and the slipcover, but we don't have the disc. But that's okay, man. Don't worry about it. I'm pretty sure you probably realized that by now. You know, there's a lot going on. It's like a lot of us make mistakes. A lot of us don't know what's going on. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Here's the thing. You see my vest here? You know, because it's been busy at times, and I've had to help out in certain areas and stuff. I lost my badge. I don't know where my badge went or anything. So there you go. And so I still have to wait on getting a new badge, another 5-year badge from them, along with a pen. And then my phone there, I almost lost my phone at work one time because I was in a hurry. I left it in the bathroom. Thank God one of my coworkers helped out there. But yeah, that's what happened there. And sorry for the mic there. Next one. But anyway, don't worry about it, Frank. We'll figure that out. We'll figure that out. But the next one we have here is Perils of Penelope Pit Stop. As I check the thing there. Perils of Penelope Pit Stop. And I like the fact with the new Wacky Races that they gave her more of a personality than just with this one. I mean, she did have a personality, but she mostly played the comedic role of the damsel in distress that had to be rescued by these guys, if you will. So I like the fact that they gave her a more of a personality. Like, there's a guy called Mr. Unknown RIP on YouTube that's mostly uploads clips of transformations or of characters going through transformations or transformated related moments, and some of them come from Wacky Races. Like in one of the first episodes of the first season, you know, they're on like a movie set or something, and some kind of magic hits Penelope, and she's like, and it turns her into a flamingo, and she's like, I'm pink. How original. You know. So I like that they did that, and I like the fact that they also give her a sister or something like that to rival her. So yeah, we have Penelope Pit Stop here, and ooh, it's a clear one, so that's pretty cool. Oh, I like that. They kind of give you an idea, they give you Penelope on the front, the antagonist, I can't think of his name right there, and then the lead gangster guy that helps helps try to keep Penelope safe right there. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. But anyway, yeah, Penelope Pit Stop. Alright, next up we have Dick Dastardly and the Flying Machine. We have Dastardly and Muttley and the Flying Machine. Like I said, Dastardly and Muttley would become the antagonists later on of the Hanna-Barbera group. But they became so popular out of Wacky Races that they decided, hey, let's give them their own series. So we have Dastardly, we have Muttley, and we have the Pigeon. This was actually one of the first series that I know of from any studio where the villains were the title characters of the series and the main focus of the characters, because you got the theme song of Get the Pigeon, Get the Pigeon. Because what it is, they're trying to stop this carrier pigeon, and we can assume that the setting takes place between, like, in the World War II's, World War I, like, atmosphere. Okay, so next up, speaking of Wacky Races, here's the original Wacky Races. The original. And again, the new one is out, and from what I understand, and from what I've understood, it's pretty good. Like I said, nothing but good stuff from it. So here we have Dick Dastardly and Muttley on the cover here. We have Penelope here, and then we have, what's his name, here. So that's pretty cool. And it is a fun series because you see all these characters, you know, riding these unique vehicles to try to win a race. Okay, so next up we have The New Adventures of Mighty Mouse. Okay, so this one, okay, in case you guys don't know, this series came out in the mid to late 80s on CBS. This was done by the same people behind Ren and Stimpy before, they took Ren and Stimpy and went the direction they did. And the reason it was only given one season is because there's an episode, controversially, that was aired. What looks like Mighty Mouse is sniffing cocaine. Yeah, he's actually sniffing cocaine. So that's why it was taken out as well. And I think at times it tried to be a little bit more risque. But yeah, it was that one episode I think that kind of doomed it for one season. And I don't know if the ratings were good or not. But it's a unique, what's the word I'm looking for? It's a unique look into the Mighty Mouse mythos, if you will. Oh, it's a unique piece of Mighty Mouse history. So here we have Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. This is looks like, hold on, let me get a bit of look at the lighting here. This is the complete animated, oh, it's the complete series, okay. So yeah, we have the complete animated series Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. I don't think I have to say too much about this, but the fact that it was on syndication. A bit of background though, there was talk of putting this on ABC and then the other one, Sat AM, on syndication, but I think ABC's like, nope, we want Sat AM because that looks better, looks more attractive. So, pretty cool. Oh, here we go. We have Jim Henson's Mother Goose, Humpty Dumpty. We have Jack and Jill, Old King Cole, and many more. And like I say, we have Humpty Dumpty, Mother Hubbard, and many more. Oh, I see. Oh, yeah, I remember this series. This was something that was in syndication, Disney Channel, HBO. These were Jim Henson liked to always dabble in other areas. And I think because he did Dark Crystal and all that, and Labyrinth and Storyteller, it was like, oh, why not, go, this route and see what happens. And, that's what he did. So we have the Mother Goose series. I'm pretty sure Bob Show might talk about this because it's a Jim Henson non-Muppet related project, so he might talk about it. Probably have to message him and ask, hey Bob, are you planning to do this? So here we have, yeah, both of them, which is pretty cool. I mean, you would think by looking at the cover, oh, they're animated. Nope, the puppetry, so pretty cool. So next up we have the Angry Beavers. This was by Nickelodeon. This was actually a decent series. I didn't see all of the series, I'll be honest with you, because I was mostly into Disney and what was going on Saturday mornings. But Nickelodeon would just keep on trucking with these series, and apparently Angry Beavers was so popular, and it went on for quite some time. So yeah, Angry Beavers, pretty cool. This was more along the lines when Nickelodeon had a series that you would mistake probably with what I'm saying for something on Cartoon Network. And then last but not least in this package we have Adventures of Raggedy Ann and Andy, the complete collection. Okay, so Raggedy Ann and Andy, of course, we all know that they had the movie they did in the 70s, and obviously throughout, because of their popularity, they ended up warranting their own show, their own series. So yeah, here we are. So here it is. We have Raggedy Ann and Andy right here. So pretty cool to see that. Gonna have to find a place to put a lot of these, and that's gonna do it for that package. Alright, so next next up we have this one. This one's the lighter one. Like I said, this one's the lighter. This one's the lighter one. So let's see what's in here. Oh, we got a lot of stuff in here, mostly Blu-rays and stuff. So let's see, we have in here in the bag. It's from Frank Hill. Hi Brian, enjoy, take care. From It's Frank. So thank you for that. Let's see, book-wise, what did he send? Oh, pretty cool. He sent the official movie adaptation of Sonic the Hedgehog. Pretty cool. This isn't the tie-in with the film, which is nice. Pretty cool. We have the junior novel of Bumblebee, which also ties into that film. There's some pictures in there. Pretty cool. Pretty nice. And then we have Treasure Trove. This is by DuckTales. So pretty nice. I don't think this was one of them, but they had something on sale at my job. One of the things they got going at my job right now is selling a lot of stuff. They're selling a lot of books is what they're doing. So here we have a Brainy Smurf. Okay, pretty cool. We have Brainy Smurf. Some of the big figures here. Oh, we have Smurfette. You can't have a Smurf collection without Smurfette. So here's Smurfette. That's pretty cool. And then package-wise, what do we have here? Oh, I think I see what it is. Well, now I can add this to the collection of Sonic plushies I can put on the bed. We have Shadow. Pretty cool. Because basically, if you watch some of my videos and you notice my bed in the background, on this side I have a lot of the Sonic stuff, so pretty cool. And now we have a bunch of Blu-rays here, so obviously you can see what we have there, but let's see what we have here. We have Happy Feet, which is a decent movie. Yeah, Happy Feet, which is very popular, I think, because of its realism. We have Surf's Up, which is another Penguin movie. More animated version of what this would be. We have Mr. Peabody's Penguins. Cool, with Jim Carrey. I think my mom will like that. And we have March of the Penguins, the documentary. Pretty cool. A lot of penguin related stuff. Okay, so movie-wise here we have Ice Age the Meltdown, so I can add that to my Ice Age collection. Just making sure the battery's still working. Pretty cool. Then we have Winnie the Pooh, Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, a classic. Pretty cool. We have Balto, nice, classic. Then we have Where the Wild Things Are, the live-action adaptation of the classic story, so pretty cool. Then we have Ice Age Christmas Special, a Mammoth Christmas Special. Pretty cool. We have Ice Age Dawn of the Dinosaurs. Yeah. This is the one thing that some people would talk about. I think Zaranyzerak touched upon it. A lot of the covers would just be like facial of a character, slip-wise. And we have Collision Course. Alright. I think this was the last one that they did for a while. And then Happiness is a Warm Blanket, Charlie Brown. It's the original movie. This actually came out on Fox, so this was the last film that they did before Blue Skies did the film they did. So, pretty cool. Pretty cool on that one. Then we have Terminator Salvation. Alright, Terminator there. We have Terminator Genesis. Huh, it's the new one. Well, one of the newer ones. We have both Terminators. Up, we have Rise of the Machines, Terminator 3. A lot of Terminator here, pretty cool. And then we have Terminator 2, Judgment Day. Alright. So we have a lot of Terminator. Pretty cool. Then there, I guess they stuck together, we have an Arctic Tale and To the Arctic, 2 documentaries, it looks like. Pretty nice. Always nice to have those around, especially with the kids. We have Smurfs 2. It's pretty cool. We have The Terminator with a nice glossy cover. Pretty cool. Yeah, original movie. We have Tomb Raider. That's pretty cool. Really nice. We have Tomb Raider. And then finally, last but not least, what's this? Oh, we have the Blu-ray DVD. We had the MVD Rewind collection of Double Dragon. Yes, they did do a movie on Double Dragon, so pretty cool. This was at a time when they were trying anything to put onto the big screen, see if it would stick without even considering how the fans might view it. So Double Dragon, yeah. It's gonna go with my Mortal Kombat one. But yeah.
Sorry, I don't understand.
And I don't know what happened there. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much gonna do it for the packages that Frank sent me. Thank you very much for this, Frank. Really appreciate it. Gonna have to find a place to put a lot of this, but I think I'll figure it out. Don't worry about that. But again, thank you very much for this, Frank. Really appreciate it. Adds to the collection, if you know what I mean. So, like I said, I'll probably figure out a place to put a lot of this. But again, thank you very much for it, Frank. Appreciate all of it. And that's pretty much going to do it for this Saturday morning package opening, guys. Hope you guys all enjoyed it. And Zaranyzerak, Skin Slip, Patrick Butler, Stoutman. You know, be on the lookout. You guys might be getting something similar from Frank real soon. So, but anyway, though, thank you again, Frank Hill. It's Frank. Really appreciate it. Again, the only oopsie is there's no disc in here, which was a surprise. But it's okay. I'm pretty sure you'll fix that in the future. But anyway, thank you all for watching. And thank you again, Frank, for what you've done here. And I will talk to you guys all later. I am out. Peace out. God bless. Have a good Saturday.